Let's talk about the good parts of something nobody likes. Not waking up till whenever the fuck you please, and eating so much salty food you become so bloated that it looks like someone fished you out of a river. That's right, everyone. We are sticking up for why Dad said it was okay not to go to church this Sunday. The reason I have been fired from more than one job. We are talking about hangovers and how they can be fun. I'm Shane Torres, and that's Kyle Kinane, and we got more fucked up than a Scientology wedding last night, so today we are talking about last night's sweet revenge. Hangovers, and I'm not talking about the problematic buddy comedy trilogy starring two ugly guys and one hot one. The thing that once made me said, y'all can eat my ass, I'm hungover and I'm going home early. Let's just play the music.
Kyle, you're good with words. You know that, man?
I think the gym is dumb.
Did Rachel walk in the room? Of course I've eaten a Baconator.
Man, if you ain't doing CrossFit, you can get CrossFit.
You're right. A long burger's not the worst idea I've ever heard.
That's your sitcom right there as a Mr. Fix-It-All who just can't fix his heart.
We will not be defending Atlantic City.
No accounting for taste. If it's something that somebody loves, let's try and celebrate it instead of shitting on it.
All right.
Here we are with the Hangovers.
Having a little claw of the dog, baby.
Thanks for listening to the podcast, everybody. This is No Accounting for Taste.
That's what the intro's for. Remember that? We've only done 20 of these episodes.
What are you bringing to the table right now?
I was going to start talking normal.
Look.
There's an intro that just said this is No Accounting for Taste. If you made it through last week's episode and are still here, God bless you.
We might have dropped. Let's check the numbers and see what happened.
These lemon lime ones aren't that good.
You're back on the hair of the dog today?
Natural lime. Claw the dog, baby.
Woof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more litter box.
Okay, so
I'm
if you...
big dog now. Yeah, turned it back on you. How you feeling?
I'm not great.
Rachel walked in on me taking her shit this morning because I was trying to return texts using my phone. I was trying to use Siri on my phone. So I'm like,
on your phone, but your watch.
On my watch.
Yeah.
I'm like a spy. Guys, I'll be there 20 minutes late. Then she just threw the door open like, you talking to me? And I'm just sitting in my own hot cloud of stink.
Oh.
With talking in my watch. Like, oh, this is
God,
bad.
I didn't think I could feel worse till you told me
morning. It's a rough morning.
I don't need you to paint an image of your turd cutting. Oh.
I didn't remember to brush my teeth last night after we recorded, but that almost put me.
Oh yeah,
I got the spits.
Sometimes people don't talk about the benefits of the throwing up after. Like you really do feel better. Like
it's gnarly for the moment, but it's a reset button.
Yeah, like you're like, okay, I can finally go to sleep now. After you throw up, it's kind of what I feel like, and then, like I'm gonna drink water, get the taste out of my mouth.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Somebody gave me I didn't realize. I thought we were doing a shot of tequila, and it was a shot of mezcal. This is not long ago, and I'm not proud of this at being 45, and this is what happens. But as soon as I drank it, it was mezcal, and I was like, oh no, and I had to walk to the corner bar. I didn't throw up, but I spit up, like. Rachel was arguing that there's not a difference.
There is a difference.
Like, you threw up. I'm like, no, it was just my body said, you don't want this. And just threw up the exact amount that the shot was. There's a bloof, and then...
Just kind of feeling it, just kind of...
Yeah.
Kind of spewed out over the sides of the glass. Kind of
overfilled your cup. I just drank it, and I knew what was going to happen. I walked to a little unoccupied corner of the bar, just plurp, and then got a napkin in my mouth off, and all right.
There is definitely a difference between what do you call that little upchuck? Yeah, and throwing up. I throw up violently. Yeah, mine are like like it's all coming out at once. It's like a dam broke.
Oh, I look like a cat, like my back arches.
Yeah. I've blown more than one blood vessel in my eye vomiting. So
I'm glad
so
you
aggressive.
That sentence.
Gross.
I lose days.
That's so immature.
I lose days now from drinking. It's not worth getting into it for the tax that it takes on my body anymore.
Like today's one of those days where I'm like, was last night worth it?
Yeah, man, I'm got that Manscaped money.
Yeah.
I'm wearing their manties.
Are you wearing them?
Yeah, I'm wearing my
Thanks to
Manscaped.
Manscaped. Hopefully you're still a sponsor.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
I got one. Use the coupon code.
Do you have a specific worst hangover memory?
It was New Year's Day, so it was a New Year's Eve hangover, and I was back home at my folks' house, just laying on the living room floor watching TV.
So you just got plastered. What'd you do the night before for New Year's?
Fucked if I know.
Yeah, okay.
You know what? Was it even a New Year's? But I drank, passed out, and I had dicks drawn all over my back, and I was just laying on the floor, and my mom was like, "What happened to you?" Like, just disappointed.
Just one of those ones of like where it's like, you came home drunk, and that's not the problem. It's like,
like, look, like this is how bad you got.
Yeah, there's fucking just dicks all over your back.
Yeah,
yeah.
My buddy Marco.
Punk house show or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't remember. I get in my cups, and the hangover, like worst like just losing whole day, just laying there and hate, like not even the physical sick, like the mental hating who you are. Like hating what you did to yourself, like the depression.
And actually and then like profound anxiety. Like, like you're like, the next day you're just like, oh my God, everyone left at the same time last night, and I think I said something wrong. Like that's,
man,
like
that's
I've had that.
Big one. That's a big one.
Yeah.
I thought I got the kind of I'm gonna speak my mind drunk.
Oh,
and people appreciate honesty.
Yeah,
and they don't. They're not that kind.
Yeah. It's and the thing that's like about the drunkenness of like I'm finally gonna say it. Like you know, you would never say it if you weren't liquored up. So maybe it's not a good idea to just.
Do you believe that people say what they always meant to say, or drunk makes them say things?
When it's something I want to hear, I believe that, but the rest of the time, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one time a girl told me she was been in love with me for years when she was drunk, and I was like, I know. And then,
or it was like it was this much of a thought in your life sober.
Yeah.
But that one particular night, it's all you've ever thought about.
That's because I wore a nice shirt or whatever, and you had a few wine coolers. I have a hangover. I think I might have said this last night, but we were pretty drunk.
Well,
I used to work at a Blockbuster Video in high school for a couple years, and my best friend Kiefer, who met the guy in Austin, we got shit-faced one night in high school. I was like 17. And he got me in. It was like till 4 a.m. I was just throwing up in the bathroom across the hall from his mom and dad's bedroom, just like, flah! And I also remember he must have taken the stinkiest shit in history because we left that house 8 hours earlier, and when I lifted up the toilet, it still smelled like someone had just fucking ripped ass in there. And I was just like, here it comes. And I proceeded to just flood this toilet with vomit for like an hour. And then I was supposed to go to work. I was supposed to be at work at like 10:15 or something. And I called my boss and I was like, hey, I'm not feeling so well. She's like, you're the only person working today. You have to come in.
Oh, we did talk about that because I was curious who rents movies at 11 a.m.
Lots of losers.
No offense, Randy, if you've ever rented a movie at 11 a.m. Pandemic withstanding. Nobody who rents a movie anymore.
That's movie rent time.
Yeah.
And indoor kids. Yeah. Then he gave me a ride to work, and I was just sweating in my dirty khakis and Blockbuster uniform shirt, like, and I kind of shit myself a little when I was like checking in videotapes that people put in the night drop. And then she was just like, and I was also like, there was a turning moment where you were kind of like, this job sucks. Why do I care if I get fired? You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, I had nothing on the line. I wasn't supporting a family or anything. You know, like, I should have just quit. Yeah. And then
but also, if you're employing a 17-year-old, like this, you gotta assume that you're not getting the most responsible. I'm gonna make a career out of this part-time cashier job.
Not to shit on people, but if you're 40 and I basically have the same job as you and you're 17, I don't need you throwing your your title at me. They were like trying to treat it like it was a serious place of work, you know?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It was a fucking shitty Blockbuster that's now a tax return place.
I think that's what the one is in my hometown too.
Yeah.
I remember I dropped my phone in the toilet at work the day before, out of my hoodies, like the hoodie pocket.
Yeah. Your front pouch.
Yeah, my front pouch, and then so my phone wasn't working, and then the next day I was late, and I shit myself in the car on the way to work. I'm like, well, I can't call them to tell them I'm gonna be sick, and I do need the job, so I just had to go to work.
Yeah, because you can't call
with
those
like shit pants, and and then like my boss was like, you look sick. I'm like, I am sick. I'm sick of myself.
Yeah.
And like, so basically, maybe you want to go home. I'm like, I most certainly want to go home. But I couldn't ask to go home because I needed the job. But he sent me home, and it's because I was hungover with shit in my pants.
God. Do you have a favorite hangover remedy or meal?
Well, I didn't have it today, that's for sure. I always liked. I mean, and we'll get in the good and bad. We have got some good info, some tips for people.
Which, yeah,
That's but for me personally. Ooh, like a breakfast burrito.
Oh yeah.
I love breakfast burrito anyway, but like a good.
I say a bowl of pho.
That's very healing.
Yeah.
For all ailments.
Yeah, but like salty, it's filling, and it's also just broth essentially. Yeah.
Or like a diner breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the best ones I think. It was like. Because, like, also I'll just load it up with chili paste and be like, this is going to count as a workout now. I'm just going to start sweating.
I'm going to sweat it off.
Like pieces of napkin on my face that I'm dabbing off. Just being a greasy little fat
I've
fuck.
had it where it feels like never ending because how much I'm just sweating back into the bowl. I'm like, I'm not making a dent in this thing.
And then you go take like a diabetic sugar piss. Yeah. You're just like fucking... It's the color of a NASCAR.
Yeah,
this
looks like a glow stick.
Yeah.
Charlene has a good story. She put it in here. She said, in Philadelphia with you, Shane, said that Amy Miller performed at Helium, and a super drunk guy got mad that they were kicking him out and tipped a table over, and Amy pretended like nothing had happened as they drug him out. Anyway, well-deserved drinks were had by all. The next morning, Amy ordered $150 in Scrapple, which sounds like an impossibility. And Charlene said, it is the grossest thing I have ever put in my mouth.
Oh, God.
I've heard of Scrapple.
Buddy, I do remember that because we those Philly comics are fucking animals. Like, so we went out with like Tommy Pope and a couple other guys and got shit-faced.
Yeah.
And Amy did order just like spent so much money on Uber Eats breakfast, and we got the script, and it's just.
So it was Uber Eats?
Yeah, she brought.
You didn't even get it fresh?
No, we brought it in, like, cause it was like, Charlene was in New York, and we were like, she was like, I'm gonna go down and see Amy. Do you want to come? And I had the night off, and I think I did a guest set or something, and she was like featuring.
Yeah.
And it's just gray. You know, it looks, when it's made fresh, it looks like it's like it's gone bad. Actually, David, when we went to Lake Powell, he made Scrapple too.
Oh, yeah, he was making like a local dish.
Yeah, and
I got to play the vegetarian card on that one.
Had a boy.
Is it good? Like, can it be good?
I think some people think it can be. I haven't had a version of it that I have liked yet. I could see
hot
it
dog.
going over somewhere though. Like at some point I could see it really.
Is it like
working for me? But like, I think it might be like diced with eggs or something. You know, like in a hash or something like that.
Because I love corned beef hash. I loved corned beef hash.
Yeah.
For a hangover, like any kind of diner breakfast.
Just sop it up and go.
Would do the trick. Yeah, just give me eggs, hash brown, bacon, a biscuit maybe, a toast. Yeah, like that was such a good fix. It's like God bless the Denny's and the IHOPs staying open 24 hours to be like, let me just go ahead and get that breakfast in me tonight.
We already did a Waffle House episode.
Yeah, but like, and thank them for like being like, listen, let's administer the first aid now. We know what we're gonna need.
By the way, shout out to the fan on Twitter who sent us the clip of the Waffle House fight. Did you see that? This guy tweeted at you. Like,
which Waffle House fight?
It was, and this guy tries
you could have that video every Monday.
This guy tries to climb over the counter, and an employee just runs up and punches up at him. He's like on the counter, cleans his clock, and then the guy who's trying to climb over the counter, his girlfriend grabs the back of his shirt. He falls off the counter, slaps his face against the counter on the way down. Then the Waffle House employee gets on the counter, comes down Macho Man style with an elbow drop. And then they both get up and they kind of like start circling each other. And the drunk guy throws a swing. The Waffle House employee seriously makes a very nice duck. Like kind of like he looks like a boxer.
Oh, yeah.
Turns him around, jams him in the face, and then another Waffle House employee comes out with a frying pan and hits him with it. It's like basically a wrestling match.
Are you really going to fuck with all those ex-cons?
Yeah, no.
Like, that's who's in there.
Yeah.
Like, man, fuck parole. You're going down.
Yeah, and then like they're dealing with the stress of all they're trying to do is not go back to prison, and then one guy's like, "Look, I don't care if I go back. This is the day I'm gonna."
Cameras are on. This is what self-defense looks like.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Waffle. I've been hungover with you in a couple Waffle Houses. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I'd like to retire the hangover from my life.
Yeah. I'm getting close. I think I love drinking still, but
throw water in there every few drinks.
Yeah.
Something I don't do. Advice I spew, but don't take myself.
Yeah.
Just get home and drink out of a Home Depot bucket of hose water.
Well, I find that like they're like if I'm drinking, like I'll be like, give me a soda water with it too.
Yeah.
I just start drinking my own drink faster and faster because it's like the carbonation is like a sensation I enjoy.
Well, funny you come up with soda water, because when we come back after this break, we're going to talk about the goods and the bads. Carbonated beverages might be a good idea.
Well, everybody, we'll be right back after this break. We're talking about hangovers today on the pod. This is No Accounting for Taste with Kyle Kinane and Shane Torres on the All Things Comedy Network. Okay. And we're back, everyone.
The good and the bad of the good of hangovers. There isn't any.
Well, I think the good is things that would just be good without a hangover. Like, I love sleeping in and not having to get up for shit. Like, there's a real freedom in closing my curtains when I wake up and I get the sun. I'm like, fuck today. And then, like...
Sometimes I just want to be regular depressed without the headache and dehydration.
Pretty much. But then I love the sensations I like to remedy a hangover are the good things, but they're not, the hangover themselves aren't good. Like, I love turning down my air conditioner to 60 degrees and just having 2 giant bottles of water next to me and be like, I'm only getting up when I'm really about to piss the bed.
Excuse. The excuses that you give yourself, the allowances of, well, I'm hungover, so therefore I'm going to be my own mommy today.
Yes.
And I'm a little baby.
Yeah,
I'm going to have all the things I want.
Yeah. I'm going to order Indian food twice.
That sounds good, man. That sounds good. Yeah. Listen, come back with that same order in 5 hours.
I have done that.
keep
I have absolutely.
Really? Same place?
Yeah. Same Indian place I've ordered from the same. Yeah.
I mean, if you know that's what's fixing you.
Yeah. Well, I remember one time the most hungover I'd ever been was when I first got to New York and I was on Yogi's couch. And Vanessa's Dumplings was right around the corner from our place. And I fucking love that joint. And I was so hungover, I ordered delivery from it. I was like, I'll pay the extra $10 to not go half a block.
Yeah.
And the guy came to the door and he was like, all right, I'm downstairs. And I was like, well, come up. I was very much like, no, man, I know where this is coming from. And I know you saw the address. You're just this is what we're doing. And he came up and he was just like, he just handed me the food with like a grip, like, "Fuck, you're lazy." Like
that's a pet peeve of mine. If I'm in a hotel, like I'm in the lobby, cool. I'm in room 236, like the ticket says. So I'll see you up here.
Yeah, and then
every piece of clothing I have to put on to get my food is less money that you're gonna get for a tip. Sorry to sound like an asshole, but it's delivery to me.
Leave it
to the hotel.
Leave it at my door, not at the front desk. I'll lie. Too. If they're like, they won't let us come upstairs, I'll be like, I'm in a wheelchair. God,
If they're still like, well, it's down here. then.
yeah. We'll have somebody bring it up. Have them bring it up. I don't give a fuck who brings it to me as long as I get it.
Yeah, I hate to sound like a dick, but I do like no.
I
I'm
hate
in my
it.
underpants in my room right now.
Yeah,
I'm in my manscaped underpants.
but
By the way,
those I like enjoying those days and just I'm gonna binge watch whatever show and just kind of sweat it out.
Speaking of binge watching, Entertainment Weekly has the 20 great movies to help ease you out of a hangover.
Oh, I know what 8 of them are. I bet.
What do you guess?
If one of them's not The Fugitive, then I find this list to be completely invalid.
All right.
You can turn that movie off or on at any given point, or wake up to it at any given point, and you know exactly what Harrison Ford's been through.
Well, see, this is an entirely bad thing because these are all like movies about drinking. Like, no, that's not. I want like emotional. I want to cry, dude.
Sometimes, yeah.
This is The Hangover, Role Models, good movie. I don't know about Hangovers, Wedding Crashers, same thing. Reality Bites, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
The Princess Bride. See, that's what I'm talking about. Some weird.
Did John
classics.
Cusack from High Fidelity put this together, like this list together?
Dazed and Confused, Finding Nemo. That's where I could see myself watching Finding Nemo by myself and having a cry.
Yeah.
13 going on 30. Get the fuck out of here. Tootsie. All right, it's a wild one.
Yes, and I don't like this list that much, but
no, I'm not into it. I should have vetted it.
But I do
it's
love.
Entertainment Weekly. They don't know.
Do you have a hangover movie you will watch again and again, in particular, or just maybe it's habitual, like and not even necessarily like a thoughtful thing?
I'm trying to think of what like just a comfort. I feel like Boogie Nights slides in there.
Okay.
Or like a Paul Thomas Anderson kind of. I've seen it enough. It's the same thing with like podcasts for going to sleep. It needs to be interesting enough where I don't wind up still thinking about my own thoughts because that's not good for anybody.
Yeah.
But it needs to be something familiar enough
that can sustain you for
paced enough that I can nod in and out of.
Yeah, that's why I say The Fugitive is like one of the greatest. Because
Yeah.
it's just entertaining enough to keep you on or off. You know, like
90s action,
Yeah.
80s or 90s action, where it's not like I don't need to see brain matter fly against the wall.
No. I also like every once in a while I'm like, all right, this is gonna be an emotional hangover day. I'm gonna get some tears out.
Yeah.
I watched some documentary on the right to die in Oregon one day, and
that's a whole different trip, man.
Yeah, I just remember the end of it was just like this woman, she wanted to die with dignity, and like it was very moving.
Yeah.
And then they just showed the outside of their house, and she was on her way out, and you heard the audio of her husband and her son singing "You Are My Only Sunshine."
Oh God.
Yeah.
What are you doing to yourself?
I don't know sometimes.
Maybe you do need this list. Maybe you do
Okay,
need to
go.
watch The Princess Bride and Hereafter, whatever.
Anybody want a peanut?
Yeah, I think maybe that's what you need. I think you need to get away
That's
from
Andre the
this shit.
Giant. That's pretty good.
I like a series.
Yeah.
I like a series is good because like, oh, this is gonna play all day.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a whole season. I got 13 episodes.
Yeah, you're gonna be cashed. Yeah.
I got through.
I've been meaning
finished
to
season
get
3 of
around.
Sopranos this week because of Hangovers.
What are some of the other like benefits that Charlene said? I'm trying to find the sheet right here.
Well,
Okay.
here's 11. This is according to LiveScience or LiveScience.com. I don't know if it's LiveScience or LiveScience. 11 interesting facts about hangovers.
Okay, I got it.
Smoking can make hangovers worse. Wasn't that Sam Evans' joke that he was doing
What?
about like
What did he
you're
say?
drinking, you have a cigarette, like, oh man, I'm gonna have a hangover tomorrow, and cigarettes are like, watch this.
What's with that?
Yeah, he had some joke about it, but it's like absolutely true. This one I was reading it, I disagree with this. They say hangovers are expensive, and they're saying, oh, they can affect the economy. It's estimated that hangovers cost $148 billion annually, with an average annual cost of $2,000 per working adult due to missing work and poor job performance. But who's ordering from the same restaurant twice in one day? That money's going into the economy.
Small businesses.
Yeah, they're not accounting for the money you're spending irresponsibly during that hangover.
And by the way, they didn't serve me for this. It's probably $149 billion if I'm involved. Darker liquors can cause worse hangover symptoms. I do find that to be
true.
Yeah. genetics play a role. Well, I don't want to hear about that. You may be going through withdrawal. No shit, like water. Snacking on protein can help. Did you know that?
I mean,
did you know that?
I know any kind of food's good.
Yeah, but
I always thought like bread, they say like soaking things up. But I think that's you're
I think that's like more. I also find that to be maybe more what you want than actually it is good for you. Does that make sense? Like it's just what you're craving and not like lessening the effects.
I've heard like greasy protein
is good.
Big fucking greasy burger.
Yeah,
greasy protein.
Your brain is dehydrated. Your fucking brain's dehydrated.
See this? Carbonated beverages make hangovers worse.
Why is that? What's it say?
Well, according to this article, it says if you drink bubbly drinks, the gas causes your pyloric valve to open. Hey, couple more drinks, I'm gonna get your pyloric valve to open up. Thus, bubbly alcohol is more likely to quickly reach the small intestine from where it is swiftly taken up into the bloodstream. Okay, so they're just talking about bubbly alcohol, not just drinking bubble water.
Yeah.
But I heard that carbonated drinks are actually a diuretic.
Okay.
Like they don't hydrate you the way you think. Randall, you got any science on this? Do you know what I'm talking
I
about?
think I have heard that too.
Or they don't hydrate you well.
Yeah, they don't. They're like they're not hydrating. Like everybody that drinks like a LaCroix and stuff is water. It's like it's not doing.
It's not maybe at half the rate or something.
But
if
I don't
anything,
have. Women have a higher risk of hangovers than men. Everything's about you, ladies.
Yeah, that's right.
Inflammation is a key culprit. All right, this is just actual science stuff.
Yeah.
Tells you what's bad.
This is a little too much for us.
Not a lot of science behind bubbly versus still.
No, okay.
No.
It's got to be coming.
Well,
I bet the first study we see is funded by Coca-Cola, and then everything is fine.
Let's go over to delish.com. 8 foods you should eat when you have the worst hangover ever.
Okay.
Some of them we talked about. They're coffee. They say coffee. I got a coffee over here. I'm going to get to it after I drink my claws.
Your guts are going to be
after I drink
running. Your turds are going to be flying out of your body.
Let me get 5 claws. Let me get a paw full of claws, dude. That's all I need, all right?
I think a claw.
You don't get you get a 6-pack of beer, you get a paw of claws, dude. You get 5 of them. Coffee's good.
I hate you. A paw of claws.
Give me a paw. Give me 5 claws. Give me a paw's worth. Smoothies? Give me a fucking smoothie when I'm hungover. I'll throw it in your face.
I will. Here's the thing.
Smoothie. Kiss my ass.
I will when it comes. Not your ass. Fuck. Thing's gonna be polluted later. I will say this. Sometimes when I'm hungover, I'm like, you had too much fun last night. Try and get something healthy in you, and then I'll get like a blended smoothie or something, and I'll be like, also, I'll have a white fish bagel. You're
still gonna eat the stuff you're gonna eat anyway.
And in my mind, I justify it by being like, well, at least you're getting something healthy in you. And then I don't know if that's actually good or bad because I'm just kind of overloading on food at that point too.
Yeah, it's not. Well,
do you find food makes it worse?
Your hangover worse?
Yeah, like what you eat. Like when you go, let's say like last night we got all fucked up and we ate a bunch of gas station food.
Well, candy, because sugar is what gives you the hangover.
But like bad food, do you find makes your hangovers worse? Because sometimes I do, depending on what it is. Like if I have fast food after after I've been drinking all night,
no.
I feel like fuck. I feel noticeably worse the next day.
Really? I think any food's alleviated.
Really?
The drinking, yeah.
I have to do like something mundane, like a sandwich, like just like a turkey and cheese sandwich, and I can just kind of like slowly peckle. If I get something greasy or anything with any kind of spice element to it, the next day I am a rocket ship.
Yeah.
Blast off, more like assed off. All right. Don't belch into the microphone. I got headphones on, you sick fuck.
That one got me a little heartburny there. All right, well, another one is eggs. Eggs are good. They're a good source of protein. You need protein to process all the alcohol in your system.
Okay.
So the author says, as a reminder, just stick with eggs and maybe some toast. Don't go the extra step and put the bacon and sausage on it. You'll be bringing in all the grease.
So
apparently that grease isn't where it's at.
So I guess it's just a satisfying feeling when you have the grease. Like, I guess you feel full but not better. Is that? Yeah.
Chicken noodle soup. Because the protein from the chicken and the electrolytes from the broth. Electrolytes, you forget you do need electrolytes. Yeah, we got Pedialyte at the house.
Yeah, I make it a point to slam like a bottle of Essentia now before I go to sleep.
Rachel and I will take charcoal pills at night, and I
Really?
do believe they help, even if it's placebo effect. Because charcoal, it just absorbs toxins. It's what, like, if you have to go to the hospital.
Oh, it's what they filter booze through. A lot of the time. Like,
yeah. And it's like if you have to go to the hospital and they pump your stomach, they'll put, I think they put like charcoal to absorb the stuff if like you're that sick.
Oh, okay.
So we just take some charcoal pills, and I definitely know there's been mornings where
It should have been
I'm
way
dumb
worse.
as shit. But physically, I'm not nearly as hungover as I should be, and I did not take them last night.
Okay. I might have to try
So,
that once.
I'm going to throw that one out there for
All
folks.
right, that's a nice little remedy for the kittens.
There's another one, salmon. They say salmon. It's good with antioxidants.
I cannot imagine getting loaded and just eating fish.
I don't
like,
see it either.
You know, like, not unless it's on like a piece of sourdough bread, or, you know, like it's gonna be. I also can't imagine just me having. I never order fish in a restaurant. You know?
I still, because
also at 3 a.m. Who wants fish?
I still eat fish. You
Okay.
know,
You know,
so whatever you want to
call
get over your discrepancies of what's a vegetarian, this pescatarian, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't, like, being hungover and somebody's like, let's get sushi. I'll throw up into their mouth.
That
seems like the worst.
And the thing
idea
is, like, I love white rice and I love spicy mayonnaise, so some of it should. Yeah. Will you do a poke bowl hungover?
I don't know raw fish.
No raw fish. Okay.
But admittedly, now if you try when they have like vegetarian rolls where it's like cucumber and asparagus and the rice and all that stuff you like,
Yeah.
those are very good too.
Yeah. I enjoy those.
Poke bowls, I don't get into them. I should. I like all the stuff that's in there. Sushi burritos though, it's too much. Like I think that's too much raw fish. The whole thing about sushi is that it's like the bite. That bite's good, and then I'll take another bite when I want it. But they have a whole tortilla filled with raw fish. Just give me the fish. Just cut the head off the fish, and I'll just eat it like that.
Yeah. I'm not. I would never do sushi myself either. I will go
even
like
talking about it's getting me rough.
M.K. Paulson, who I love very much.
Mm-hmm.
He we got so faded. I did a Christmas show back. He's from where I'm from in Texas, and we got so blasted after my show, and he was just fucking killing me all night. He woke up early. He was so hungover, but he stayed at my mom's house with me, and he woke up in the morning, was having coffee with my mom, and just charming her to death. And then we went and got tacos. And he could not have been more disgusting of a person right after he was out of my mom's earshot. He was just like, man, this buffalo sauce is so good, you could put it on pussy and I'd eat it. And it just hung over. He's like, I'm so hungover. This is delicious. I got to go over to this Quick Trip real quick and take a shit. I've never seen someone just be like, all right, it's game time. Like, and then right after be like, I am a human piece of garbage. Like,
that's like wings. Like when I was telling you, like I loved wings drunk, but if I was high, I couldn't eat wings.
Why is that?
Because it was too much. Like, oh, here's their little leg bone. Like I got like eating ribs and stuff. Like ribs are delicious, but then if I'm stoned, I would think about like, oh, that's.
I'll let you check that box.
I had that like Encino Man moment where he's like, that's the thing that's on me.
Yeah.
In the museum.
The Encino Man moment. What the fuck is wrong?
A lot of
with
life
you?
lessons in that movie. It's a lot of life lessons. Carbs are good to have. Carbs, bread, crackers. This we all know is pasta. Yeah. Ooh, a good pasta dish. The myth that eating tacos.
Ooh, a good pasta dish.
Hold on, this. A little sausages, a little capicola. The myth that eating tacos, pizza, and burgers will help soak up the alcohol is just wrong. You know what, Delish? I think you're wrong.
What is it saying? Read the rest
Greasy
of it.
food doesn't soak up anything. It's not soluble in water. Well, yeah, but still, there's other. Pizza has bread, you dumb bitch.
It's like what you said, like when you lose a fight to Rachel.
Tacos are surrounded.
You're like,
Tacos
well,
are surrounded in bread.
Well, you're like, well,
burgers have buns. This
well, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you lose your argument while, like, in person in your head.
Yeah,
It's in
who
real
cares?
time.
It's dumb.
I
Water-rich foods.
Water, like what? Fucking
Well,
watermelon?
yeah, watermelon. Fuck, I love watermelon.
Oh, you can do that
It's
all
got
day.
amino acids.
Okay.
Those good bananas. God, I eat bananas and it just feels like homework.
Yeah.
I buy them like these are good for me, and then you just have them in your house looking at you like.
I mean, truly, like,
Nobody cares about bananas.
I don't know if you do this when you, like, you're like, I'm gonna eat more at home for the next few. I'm gonna try really hard to concentrate, and I'll buy like healthy things and healthy snacks, and then I will go out and just be like and get loaded and be like, you got food at home, and then I'll look at a bag of baby carrots, and then it's got to go in the trash. Like I buy baby carrots every time I go to the store, and I've never eaten one of them. And then I'm just like, this shit looks like it sucks. I'm going across the street to get a sandwich from Hassan.
I hate food waste so much. Yesterday I Googled, can you eat around mold on bread? Because I had some, like,
I don't
hot
like
dog
doing
buns,
it.
and I was making some veggie dogs on the grill, and there's, like, one spot of mold. I'm like, well, I'll just pick it off. And I'm like,
I should check.
let me look. And they're like, absolutely not. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Oh, my God. This is from loudersound.com. The 11 best songs to soothe the savage hangover. Feeling a little rough this morning? Then it's time to plug these soothing tunes straight into your brain. I doubt I'm going to like this list.
Yeah, I think
Oh, okay. Here we go. Deftones cover of No Ordinary Love.
how is that gonna...
Yeah, I don't... What do you want? Do you have any music you listen to when you're hungover? I'll listen to
wanna
sad
hear
stuff.
anything.
I'll listen to sad stuff and like cry.
Yeah, clearly you're watching Right to Die documentaries.
Okay.
What
You
are
do your
what
thing.
are you-
Who am
what
I
are you
hurting?
putting on the funeral march and watching Right to Die documentaries?
Who am I hurting?
Yourself.
I did it the night before and you were fine with it. Screaming trees, look at you, fade into you. Actually, this list ain't so bad.
This is, yeah. Hey, do you want
These are all sad songs.
Yeah, why would I want... I'm already sad.
Faith No More's Midnight Cowboy. That sounds like something you'd love, Kinane.
Yeah, but I'm not listening to anything hungover. I want soothing voice, talking. That's it.
I wish you could just... You think there might be a service where someone could just come take care of you during a hangover? Like you could just pay for it?
Well, you don't have to pay for it. It's called being in a relationship.
I don't
Shane.
think that's what... I'll tell... Yeah, bring that up to Rachel and see if that's what she thinks
She
it
does.
is.
We look after each other.
Of course you do, but that's not like her favorite part of the day.
No,
I want
but
them to leave. I want somebody to come rub my back for an hour and then bring me some food, and then I'll be like, I'll pay.
You're like
I'll
one of
pay
those-
whatever my bar tab was the night before. I swear to God.
You're like whenever those weird fetishes where people got to dress up in diapers and shit, but you're like, I don't want that part, but please just take care of me for the day.
Yeah.
Please spoon feed me soup, read me a story.
Yeah. If they were just like, what do you want to watch? And I'd be like, I don't care. And they're like, all right, just put your head on my lap.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can do that for. It's pretty close to what sounds like I'm hiring some part of a sex worker's job.
Yeah?
Yeah, it seems like what a real creepy guy does when they.
Is it
pay for-
creepier to hire a sex worker to do things that aren't sex?
What do you think, Randall?
No,
I think it
I
is.
think it's a nice way to take a break and make money.
Yeah, what if it's like just a pretty woman type of situation, except you are not Richard Gere? Like a real life pretty woman where like, I just make a modest income and I'm lonely.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm hungover.
Look, I had my night out and I planned.
Yeah.
I had to budget for this.
Listen, I'll give you whatever the asking rate is. Please stop by this dumpling place. It's only half a block away.
Yeah.
The guy's pretty pissed when I get it delivered. So if you can go grab those on the way over, I'd appreciate it.
And then I wanted to be like, I just want somebody to tell me encouraging things, even when I'm hungover. Like I'm feeling very vulnerable, so I just want somebody to be like, "You're still handsome."
You just need a hooker for self-esteem.
Yeah. What do you think a hooker is? I don't think we're supposed to call them that anymore, but whatever.
You want a life coach.
I know, because I don't want them to tell me what I did wrong. I just want them to be like, you're fine. You just did it this one time. You're fine,
Lie to me, baby.
Yes.
Your dick's huge. No, I know. I mean, just tell me. Tell me I'm emotionally okay and I've made the right decisions with my life. I know what my dick looks like. I'm uncertain about the other things.
I want you... Look, I don't think this is that weird to watch that. And if there's a listener, if there's a kitten out there who wants to purr to this,
I hate that so much.
yeah, the
That's
fans
making
I have a
that-
bunch of people coming up to me
No, you-
after this. Yeah,
no, you
after,
didn't.
Hey, tweet at me and Kyle if you came up to me after the shows this weekend and said you liked being called kittens. Yeah, if there's somebody who provides the service, I would love to fucking handle it and have it. I just I don't know though. I don't even want them to. What do you think, buddy? Is
I
that
think
too much?
that NBCNews.com has 4 gentle exercises that will help ease your hangover symptoms, and I could tell from the first exercise these people have never been hungover.
Not like
Here's the first one, standing forward fold. Hey, you know how you're dizzy and want to throw up? Stand up with your feet as wide as your hips, hands on your waist, and slowly fold forwards at your hips so you don't throw up on your shoes. Lean forward over your legs and let your arms and head dangle down in front of you. This is just a great way to get stitches in the
oh, you mean
top
that
of
thing
your
I was
dome.
kind of doing anyways?
Yeah.
yeah. I was just like, "Bleh."
You mean almost falling over?
Yeah.
Got it.
Basically be the thing I see in front of a car dealership that's waving around. Yeah.
Child's pose. Yours is the yoga one. Mine is crying for mommy while I'm in bed. A seated twist. I've done that when I've had to quickly take a shit after throwing up. That's a quick Watusi to waddle your ass onto the seat you just vomited on. 10-minute walk. That's the exercise. 10-minute walk.
I'll take it.
See? So you should go get those dumplings yourself. It's good for the hangover.
Yeah, it's not even a 10-minute walk. What 14 chefs eat when they're hungover? They ate foods you should never. Let's see what the 14 chefs eat.
Oh, so they're calling being on heroin hungover now, huh?
Yep. This is from L.com. Let me see if I can find this. This is not loading. Do you have this?
I don't have it.
It's oh, okay. April Bloomfeld, who is like fried eggs, pork sausage, bacon, and blood. But so just
So all the stuff we were told you
yeah.
shouldn't eat from
Yeah.
the Delish article.
somebody says pork and kimchi ramen. I'll
Okay.
go there. Yeah. What about? Let me throw this one at you. Avocado and egg sandwich.
Now,
That's like-
I
that's
couldn't do
like-
a runny egg, but I could.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Yeah.
I could do like a very like fluffy scrambled egg. Yeah, and then also that's almost with the avocado. You're like, this is kind of healthy enough to be like not feeling as
That's
bad
one
about
of the
myself.
water-rich foods they said. My avocado for me though, it's a texture thing. I like it, but there's moments where I'm like, that's pretty slippery in my mouth. You know, it's like it's a texture thing. It's like that's kind of.
So how do you like your avocado?
I like it normal all the time, but if I'm
Okay,
hungover, that's
that you're a little more.
it's a delicate.
You're saying
like-
you're a bit more sensitive to it then.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's sliding down my throat a little
Jesus.
too much.
Stop making it so gross. This one guy says a French fry pizza, and you're like, fucking, what are you? That's high school cafeteria meal.
What chef is this? Papa John?
Mark. He's the corporate executive chef at the Tao Group in Las Vegas. All right.
Cocaine.
This
Now I
is
get through it.
Chloe Coscarelli, who's another chef. That's her fucking name. Coscarelli.
You sound like Chevy Chase and Fletch. I'm Dr. Frozen Penis. Dr.
All right, you say this fucking chef and partner at Chloe. I guess she's a big deal. Scrambled organic tofu, veggies, and toast. Fuck off, lady. I'll never eat at your restaurant. Like, that is just such a crock of shit. Don't tell me that. This guy's more my speed. Michael Ferraro, Michael Ferraro, executive and chef at Delicatessen. All right. Don't name your place that and call yourself an executive chef. The Texas Benedict would be my pick for a hangover recovery meal. It covers all the craveable basics, from sweet and savory barbecued pork shoulder to the crispy yet creamy brioche French toast that is fucking sounds good.
Craveably basic is how I describe myself on sex websites.
Craveably. I'm looking for a craveably basic kind of hangover nurse.
Yeah. Like you're into me, but you have no idea why.
I'm looking for tomato egg noodles. No thanks.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah, I'm looking for something I haven't thought of. That's why I'm still scrolling through this list of self-important chefs.
Well, you got the whole internet in front of you, Shane. I'm sure there's a few things you haven't thought
All right,
of
why
in
don't
there.
you fucking... Why? I can tell you're in a mood. You fuck.
I'm making jokes. It's a
Yeah,
comedy
you
show.
fucking...
Well, hey, look, here's an article about how to ask for forgiveness for saying things when drunk or hungover.
Also,
The
one
direct
shit-
approach.
Can I-
Shane, I'm sorry I said the internet's filled with things you haven't thought of. Make amends. Shane, let me make up for it. Can I get you a White Claw from the fridge downstairs?
No.
Okay. In a note. Well, I'm not going to write anything.
Come on.
I'll text you.
Write me a note, Kyle.
I'll text you right now.
I will never forgive you unless it's on a handwritten card with your
Contemporary
musk on it.
communication.
Gizzy Erskine likes spaghetti with their hungover. That's
With a what?
Gizzy Erskine. Who
You
was
like
a
spaghetti?
Yep.
I like spaghetti too.
But when would you eat it hungover? I would actually.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'll do yeah.
Like red sauce,
Yeah.
pasta.
Yeah, meatballs.
Oh,
God
I
damn
miss meatballs.
it.
I miss
I gotta not wear the cans because when you say shit like, "Ugh, gotta miss meatballs," and it's the only fucking there's no ambient.
It's ASMR.
Oh my god, it makes my dick become an innie. It's so gross.
Sucking meatballs, really. That's what ASMR stands
Yeah.
for. Oh,
Sucking
meatballs.
meatballs. Ass sucking meatballs. What's the R stand for? Rungry. I'm real hungry. I'm real rungry.
I'll pretty much eat whatever's around.
You ever seen your folks hungover? Or
No,
is there ever a point where you were like,
I think my mom's gotten at it. I think I've seen my dad drunk twice.
yeah? My dad. This is how I think I was like in maybe 10 or 11 years old, and a couple of cousins of mine that were a little bit older came from Ireland, and my dad was like, he took them out to a bar, just they wanted to go out, and they were still out, and my bedroom was right by the front door of our house, so I could hear any time of night anybody came over, I would just hear everything. And my dad came home fucking shit-faced, and they were arguing right outside of my bedroom door, my mom and my dad, and she goes, "How could you, Jesus, Simon, how could you fucking do this? Those girls were depending on you to be safe." He goes, "It happens. I'm going to bed." And I was like, my mother is my favorite person who's ever lived, but it was the only time I've ever seen her checked and be like, "Yeah, I'm not winning this fight," like, completely.
I'm gonna dip.
Like, I just saw her give up, or just her, she was like, and the next morning I just saw her, we were having breakfast, and I was fine, whatever, I wasn't hungover, I was 10, and I'm eating Cheerios, and just daggers across the table at him. I was like, fucking Christ, can I go play? It was brutal. And then my dad, a couple years later, it all ended. Randall, you ever see your folks fucked up?
Not that I can remember. I mean, I smoked weed with my mom a couple times, but not like violently drunk. No.
Oh,
I would come home drunk at the bars in Chicago were 4 a.m. By the time I get home, it'd be 5 or whatever. A couple of times my move was, if I was coming home real late, like I slept in my car a bit, there was a Days Inn on the way home, and I'd pull in and just hit their continental breakfast, like try to act like I stayed there. And get a couple
Did it work?
couple Danishes.
Worked
A couple times I got in there.
yeah. Well, they don't know.
Also, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Nobody's eating this.
Yeah.
If you're at a Days Inn in the suburbs, you're not getting up for that absurd window of like 6 a.m. to
7:30. Yeah. It's like,
These are people cheating on their spouses. That's who's here.
I can tell you, as someone who used to work 2 front desk jobs, they don't give a shit. They don't care.
There you go. Fight food waste. Go raid the free continental breakfast at these hotels.
go in there, start
everybody.
making a waffle.
Yeah.
I remember Speaking of a hangover, you know Don Frost, yeah? Yeah. He's a great comic who lives here. I haven't seen him in years, but he's so funny. First guy ever to take me on the road. We went to like Yakima, Washington or some shit like that for some gig at some shitty comedy club. And the next morning we were loaded and I was just so hungover. I was like, I'm not going to breakfast. And Don comes back to the room. He goes, son, and he has this real loud voice. He sounds like Gilbert Godfrey, who's just like, so I'm down there talking to this guy. I was just sitting there. I'll never forget what I was so hungover. Don came in. He goes, so I'm sitting there eating my waffle, minding my own goddamn business. And this trucker, fucking fat as shit, comes and sits across from me, and he took over the waffle thing for like half an hour because his shit's all stacked so goddamn high. And he goes, sits down, doesn't say hi or anything, just goes, remember Y2K? And I go, yeah, kinda. And he goes, I was driving around with 40,000 pounds of cake frosting in the back of my rig. He goes, makes you think, don't it? And that was all the guy said. It's stuck. It's still so vivid in my memory.
It did make you think.
Yeah.
He was not wrong.
Yeah. So that was like somebody else's hangover story that they just came in and blurted at me.
I remember being hung in Chicago. There's a few places you go to Arturo's to eat. Arturo's and Lazo's were two Mexican restaurants right next to each other.
I think we've been to one of those before.
Yeah, we went to Lazo's.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, Lazo's saves my ass a lot. And it used to be a place, I think
And
it was
it's
on
fast.
Western.
I remember it was quick.
It's fast, just big giant burritos.
Yeah.
But there's another place called Super Sub. And Super Sub was good for like all your greasy shit burgers. Pizza puffs were a big one. I didn't realize nobody else served pizza puffs.
What the fuck is a pizza puff?
It's basically like a Hot Pocket. But like a big, like a square, like a Pop-Tart size pastry with just cheese and
it's a breading around. It's an enclosed pizza.
Yeah, but it's what you get at a school lunch. But that was also like a drunk snack. And I remember just being 22 or 23. We left some seeing bands. We're just wasted. And I got a gyros burger. I got like a double gyros burger. So 2 patties and gyros meat on top of the burger. Just insanity. And we went back to my buddy
I've done
Greg.
shit like that so many times.
You're immortal. I'm never going to die.
23, yeah.
Put 2 other dinners in this burger. And a pizza puff.
This is my caloric content for the week.
Yeah. It was a week. Fuck, I think I'm still paying it off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was like a gambling debt that I took out with that burger. The next day, we're all hungover, but I woke up with the most and it'll never happen again in my life, the most inexplicable, strongest erection I've ever had. I walked out into the living room to show it was in my pants. It was in my pants. But I had to be like, guys, what the fuck is with this? Like, that's how absurd it was. It wasn't sexual. It was like, is this a sign of a heart attack? Like, is there a blood clot in part of my body and the blood can't leave my penis? Is this a priapism? Did I eat so much gyros meat and burger meat that I have a medical condition?
So,
I was scared.
Happens to a lot of guys, but, what was the name of that Super Sub joint?
It's gone now, but I killed guy. But I was like, to the point where I was like, do I need to go to the hospital?
You just fucking rock like a diamond cutter on you.
I did not know what was going on.
What do you? And you just had it and you let it die, or did you?
I just waited it out.
Yeah. What are you doing,
at my friend's house.
I just gotta wait.
Let me go talk to it. Let me go talk to this thing in the back real quick.
Jeez.
Let me go cock whisper back there. For
I
a
will
minute.
say that.
Let's see, guys. If it goes down, we can get some breakfast. But if not, I think we gotta call an ambulance.
I will say, I didn't want to share this at the beginning, but sometimes if you're hungover and you beat off, that'll get you to the next level of past or like feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a serotonin rush.
Yeah, the basic physiology, like
the same heart rate as a 10-minute walk that they're talking about. You're making the blood do something else.
Also, it'll put you back to sleep is the other thing. Like, yeah.
You're cleaning out your gutters of the cholesterol. You're getting the blood to move around.
You got to find last night's sock is the only thing you have to do.
Yeah. You want to go that far, even?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Jesus fucking Christ. I'm sorry, everyone. That was Kyle. Fucking disgusting.
Oh, let's go to the calls.
We got to. We'll go to the calls right after. We got to do a sponsor plug.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. We got to build in a break in case we get another ad.
In case we get a sponsor.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want to sponsor this content? Hey, everybody. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor, Super Sub. If your dick's not getting enough, Kyle Kinane's got a burger for you.
Super Sub. Make your boner as hard as Das Boot.
The sub ain't a sandwich. We'll be right back. All right, when we're back, this is the part of the pod where we get a little milk from our kittens. That's right. We're getting a call, and meow, I bet we got some fun ones on this. Make eye contact with me.
I fucking hate it. It's not.
They
fun.
like it. The kids.
Nobody likes
I'm getting some shirts made.
Good. You could pay for them. Not coming out of the budget.
Okay. Thanks. Randall, see, Randall's
Randall,
cool.
you know.
He likes it. People like it. Like the cat stuff. You know, fucking obsessed with cats.
You make it sound like a sex fetish, though, when you say it.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah, that's the whole point.
That's fair. I'm not going to argue against that. What do we got on the calls?
Hi, long-time fan of the show.
We only had 8 episodes.
Thanks for putting out the call, asking for advice or opinions on hangovers, being drunk, gas station snacks, and Law and Order episodes. I'll start with being hungover, being as that is what I am today. I think the key thing to being hungover is being able to gauge it. It's not as bad as everyone makes it out to be, but you just gotta have a handle on it. And I would say a good step is to get a big water bottle, like an adult, something at least 48 ounces,
I agree.
and have that so that you can chug it in the morning and start to recover and hydrate. Otherwise, yeah, you're just going to wallow and you're not going to know how bad it is.
True.
That's fucking stupid.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Drink water.
Yeah, that's something I've never heard about hangovers.
Oh, we appreciate the call, though.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that was
He did
it,
sound
right?
legitimately hungover.
Yeah, we'll give him that.
You gotta gauge it.
He wasn't like his function wasn't really.
Yeah, you came from a place of truth, caller, and we appreciate that.
I do.
Well, I think we
Admittedly,
sacrificed-
Kyle and I were hungover when we asked for these calls, so we didn't really get to it in time.
We
so.
sacrificed
But thanks to the one
for
guy who did
research,
call, the
yeah.
longtime listener of our 9-episode podcast. Oh man. Well, I don't know if we defended hangovers so much as we just found a way to cope with them, or like suggested some things.
Well, I think the defense, there's no defense. They suck, but if you don't want one, don't drink. And if you're going to drink, don't bitch about the hangover.
Yeah.
Maybe that's exactly what this guy's saying. Like, you know you're going to be hungover. So
You went for it.
Be prepared for it. Have the snacks at home. Like, I'm going out drinking tonight. I better have, let's take a look at the fridge now.
That's actually a very, if you know you're gonna get loaded that night, just be like, all right, I'm buying a pre-made sandwich.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have like a bunch of whatever I like to drink that's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have a plan.
Yeah. Yeah, have a plan for your hangover. That's a good way to hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That's the best thing you can do with a hangover.
Yeah.
And also like house insurance and stuff. So
But I think I think the defense is it puts you in your place. It makes you analyze your choices. Maybe you're going to hangover so bad, you're like, you know what? I am going to take heed next time. I'm going to drink water every 1 or 2 drinks that I have. I'm going to have a glass of water. So that punishment, much like a small prison sentence. It's like okay, you didn't learn the laws.
You slapped yourself on the wrist.
Yeah, you slapped yourself on the wrist, but here we are. I'm not telling. Far be it for me to tell somebody how to live.
That's been our show, everyone. Thanks for listening to No Accounting for Taste. Tune in again next week when we defend the Winter Olympics. They're not so bad.
Thank you to Charlene. Thank you to Randall, our guest producer.
Thank you to everyone at All Things Comedy and everyone who listens. We really appreciate it. And thank you to our callers. We'll talk to you again next week. This is No Accounting for Taste on All Things Comedy with Kyle Kinane and Shane Torres.